You had your hand up. You had your hand up.
I had a question. For ASWA at the national level, I don't know which.
I don't,
know
so,
our national
okay.
organization, but we're one chapter of 80 across the
Okay.
country. And so at the national board directors level, we are sometimes talking about how we ought to do mentoring, because we've got a lot of women in our organization that have a lot of experience. And what can we do to bring the younger women up and mentor them? So we're talking about doing mentoring programs.
Oh.
Would you have any insight into the kinds of things we ought to be looking at to do that? I mean, to kind of match,
Okay, yeah.
match people up.
Okay, so yeah, I do. I helped San Jose State, one of the, I forget which program now, set up their mentoring program. The hardest part is to be very critical in your screening process. And I mean that sincerely. Not all people are cut out to be mentors. I was telling you I grew up in B'nai B'rith. I grew up in B'nai B'rith girls. And in New York City, we had the most marvelous opportunities. But we were taught how to be counselors as I was coming into my later teens, how to be counselors to the girls. And a counselor in B'nai B'rith in those days was not someone telling the girls what to do or running their meeting. The counselor was in the back of the room and was there to make sure nobody killed themselves or each other, but was in the back of the room primarily to be a resource in case the kids had any questions. And I've since then, through the years, seen lots of both men and women in counseling of teenage groups positions, and they're busy running the show and controlling the show and forcing the kids to sit still and behave, and no, you can't do it that way, you have to do it this way. Those are not the people you want. So finding, and we just all talked about what does it take to be a mentor, finding the kinds of personalities that will lighten up, loosen up, in some way, not too loose, but you know what I mean, is an important part of it. And then having a training program so that people really understand what their role is. The other thing that I would do if I was setting up the program was have some accountability.